What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my Twist Life and TV. I am Poetry. You are here for another recap and review of Insecure Season 4, Episode 8, Low Key Happy. This is the episode that majority of Insecure fans were waiting on. I was waiting on the episode where she finally went off on Molly, but most people were waiting on the episode where Issa and Lawrence come back together. So last week at the end of the episode, I was like, who y'all think he called? I thought he called Condola. Most people said that they had already seen the preview or the sneak peek that says who he called because he sat and met with Issa in the bar. However, I still think that it was Condola he called too. Because during this meeting in the restaurant, he said that him and Condola had reconciled. They were talking again. He wasn't sure exactly where the relationship was going, but they had already started that phase. So made me think that maybe he called her as well, or maybe that is they want us to be confused about who he really called, or maybe people just don't care and they just say he called Issa and that's it in the story. I still said he could have called both of them. I thought he called her, you know. I mean, he set this meeting up with her, but still, okay. Could have been both. He called her. He called both of them, basically. He called both of them. But who he called first, when he first got to the airport, that most people believe that's Issa. Okay, so they decided to go to this bar and have some conversations. Lawrence wanted to talk to her about a few things. They get there. Issa falls hard, like face fucking plant. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, I had blinked when it happened, so I actually don't even know how she went from coming through the door and saying hey to hitting the floor. I'm telling you, it happened that damn quick. It was hard, it was loud, and she didn't even want people to touch it. Don't touch me. No, I got this. I'm gonna get up on my own. I'm gonna get up on my own. Don't touch me. 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 Lawrence come over like, you need a moment? She like, yeah. She laid there for a few more seconds. Get your ass up off that nasty ass floor, girl. What the hell is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Now get the fuck up. Matter of fact, Lawrence help her up. Lawrence was like, ooh. Ooh. While other people was trying to help her up, he's just like, oh damn. Okay. Then he came over there too, and once the waitress said something to him. All right, so they come to the bar, they sitting there and they talking. He had already took the liberty of ordering her drink. Issa don't drink that no more. I mean, she gonna drink it because he ordered it. She ain't gonna turn away no free drinks. But, she's matured. She's turned up. She's grown up. So her palate has refined a little bit. So she don't really drink that drink anymore. She's changing. And Lawrence had said, who would have thought a year ago I'd have been sitting here talking to you, having this conversation with you. So again, they put the timestamp on how long this whole situation been going on between these two. Basically the whole conversation was about the restaurant and the food. He had picked that place. This was basically an official date, you know what I'm saying? Some places she had never been before. And she was like, no. Or they just wanted to meet at some nice little spot. That's what it was, this particular first place. But at some point during the evening, it turned into a club. The music got loud. They couldn't hear each other talking. People was jumping all around. Dudes was bouncing in between them trying to get his drink order made, They needed to get out of there. They needed to bounce, right? So they go to this place that he thought that Issa wanted to go eat at. She had always talked about eating at this place. So he orders, the Uber Black, and they just had some lighthearted conversation about, not wanting to talk in the Uber, in the Uber to the Uber driver. Sometimes they just want silence, by her being not Uber, Lyft, her being a Lyft driver, she wasn't sure which way to go with people. She usually asked them, they want to be silent or you want me to talk to you. I'm a chatty person. So usually when I get into an Uber, I'm asking all kinds of questions. How long you been here? You live in this city? How long you been driving? I'm nosy. I ask the questions as the rider. So I'm quite sure if I was the driver, I'd probably be nosy as a motherfucker too. But the chick who was driving them, She thought they was a new, fresh new couple with young love, on their first date. Nah, that wasn't happening. That wasn't happening. They had been together before. They'd been together a while. He had even bought a ring, They had made up some little fake stories to give back to her. Issa said they was from Alaska. Issa and Lawrence has always had a chemistry or a friendship with one another where they were comfortable around each other and they could talk to each other with ease. It's never been a problem. When you've been with somebody that long, it takes the awkwardness out of it. Hell, Issa was having that same type of reaction with Daniel, really. Somebody that she had messed around with before and came back in her life. When they got together, their conversation was easy. It flowed easy. And that's what's basically going on with her and Lawrence. I have never doubted that, but I just thought they had grew to two different paths. I'm one of the people that said they shouldn't get back together. I know I think they want to say, somebody made this comment. I think it's Rox that said that she thought that their better selves deserved a chance at being with each other. I'm one of them people that's like her mama was saying, sometimes people are brought into your life for a season and a reason, and maybe that whole relationship with Lawrence was what made you get to this point, so that maybe you could be better for somebody else sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But they basically were reconnecting. They were having moments like, in a sense, they were still shocked that they could still have these moments with one another. They were just having these moments. So they get over to this restaurant. He learned that Issa been there. She said a few times. Issa know the whole menu. She ain't got to look at it. She know the waitress. She ordered all the food for him. What he gonna like, what he gonna drink. She ran it down and everything. And, the whole situation was just about them growing with one another. I forgot my cat was in the room and she just, how the fact that they grew, actually not with one another, how they grew without one another, He went up to San Francisco to do a job interview. He might be trying to move up to bigger things. He realized that he really don't want to have his own company anymore. He liked being a team player and helping other people's dreams manifest. She realized that she liked being in charge and running her own program instead of working for an organization. She wanted to be the one who put the events together. So she probably thinking about doing some more smaller events, here and there. They talked a little bit about Condola, but Issa was really trying to get to the point. What is the point of this whole meet? You said you wanted to talk, right? They finally have the conversation. They had the conversation that was much needed, that they should have had a long time ago. About really what was wrong between us. What was really wrong between us. But what I find shocking, that even though the Lawrence is mature enough to have this conversation right now, he still was unclear that their relationship was that fucked up. He's like, damn, was it that bad? She was like, oh yeah. There was sometimes I was driving around the street because I didn't even want to come home. And he's still like, damn, really? He still was shocked. So, even though he has grown up and he has matured in himself, he still, to me, was still unable to see what the real problems were in that relationship, and that his woman was that unhappy, which is one reason why I say they don't need to be together. If after all this time of reflection, you are still clueless to why she was so upset, why she did the things she did. And he asked her why she chose Daniel. I've never understood people, and I'm including myself in people's need to know why they chose the other person. Because usually when people ask that question, in a turn, it seems like they are asking, what was so wrong with me? You know what I'm saying? Like, why did you choose him? And she was like, he was just there, He says, well, could have been just anybody. No, it couldn't have been just anybody. I wasn't going to sleep with just anybody. She said, I wasn't a hoe. That's basically what she was saying. She wasn't going to sleep with anybody. She went with somebody that was comfortable, somebody that made her feel wanted, somebody that made her feel needed, something that he wasn't getting. It wasn't an excuse. It was just what the reality of it was at the time. And but Lawrence just didn't see that he wasn't giving her what he needed. And then he said something along the lines that he felt, I'm going to use my words. He felt what's the word? Now I can't even think of the word. I said I was gonna use my word and I can't even think of it. He didn't feel like a man. That's basically what it was. She was out going out to work every day, bringing home the bread, taking care of him for 5 years, damn near. I want to say when they broke up, she'd been doing that for years, not just the past year, but just for years. You know, his motivation was gone. She was tired of seeing it, and no matter what she said or what she did, it didn't seem to help. He said that he felt ashamed. The fact that she was going to work and doing things, and he wasn't going nowhere. You know, he thought about moving back in with his mama, but that was going to be embarrassing. So he'd rather have this woman take care of him and then his mama take care of him, you know. Moving with your homeboys. You know what I'm saying? So that pretty much was their whole situation. And Issa was like, well, why you just didn't tell me about that? It's clear y'all communication was not there. Like I say, they are very comfortable with one another. They know how to laugh and joke with one another. They can finish each other's sentences, but they can't recognize when the other person is hurting, the other person is lacking, and they couldn't hear each other during this whole fucking relationship. And right now, they seem to be doing all of that just in this one particular date. They left the restaurant and went somewhere else to an art gallery. Oh, they went outside. And they was finna like call it a night. And TSA dude rolled up on Issa. That was funny. You know, he just, you know, happy to see her. You know, and Lawrence is just egging it on, like, where you know him from? Like, I'm saying, oh yeah, we used to hit it. We used to hit this. We had that type of thing going on. This girl was like, we got some place to be. We got some place to go, whatever. Issa was really embarrassed that she had slept with TSA Guy. Okay, and Lawrence was getting some joy out of the fact that he messed around with TSA Guy. TSA Guy wasn't no bad dude. He was just, you know, about it. He just like full of life. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why she was embarrassed. I guess he just ain't her type, or he shouldn't be her type, or he's a thickums. I don't know, women like thickums. Like, well, she seemed like she was like just utterly embarrassed by TSA dude, and you know, I guess whatever. So they decided to go to the art gallery. They talked about art, and they were just reconnected and rebonded. That's the whole freaking episode. They just reconnected and rebonded, and they just grew more and more attached to each other. They realized, now I can't really say what they missing. Because when they were in that relationship, that's not what they had. So they can't see what they was missing. But Lawrence did say, I always wonder what it would be like if we hadn't broke up. I honestly don't think that they will be in the places that they are right now. If they had not have separated, I don't think that Lawrence would be doing anything that he's doing as far as their career is concerned. I don't think Issa would be doing anything that she's doing. There was the separation is what forced their hand. Them being separated and apart from each other is what forced them into the places they're at. Like, Issa done went through a whole bunch of motherfuckers since Lawrence. Lawrence done went through a whole bunch of motherfuckers since Issa. You know, trying to find themselves and feel their oats or what have you. During the dinner though, Condola texted Lawrence, and she was like, you said you wanted to meet up next Tuesday, but how about tonight? Are you free? He's like, I'm gonna hit you up when I'm done, okay? As the night progressed, like I said, they kept going to the places. They went to the little art gallery. Condola called. Now, woman, I told you I'm gonna hit you up when I'm done. What the fuck are you calling me for? I can't stand when people do that. If I tell you I'm gonna hit you up when I'm done, that means exactly that. When I must not be done if I ain't called you yet, okay? But he ignored the call. And he was like I said, but he was gonna go ahead and hook up with. They was gonna go ahead and call it a night. They're getting their Uber back. They learned that they live in the same neighborhood. He's supposed to be like 2 blocks over from her or something like that. They literally neighbors. And Issa was talking about how he got a whole bachelor pad, or you know, they just joking with each other, being jovial. And he was like, okay, let me show you my crib. No, he told her Lyft driver, give her 5 minutes or what have you. Goes inside the crib, and Lawrence still has the couch, the second couch, because remember they put the first one out, so they got the second couch. He kept that, held onto that. So, you know, Issa was finding it to be very sentimental. They didn't want to end the night. Neither one of them did. She wanted to stay. He wanted to stay. She went off to the bathroom, and then he went outside to call Condola. He said, oh, my bad, I didn't hit you back up. Yeah, we can still get together tonight. I'll call you, let you know how things progress. I'm wrapping up here, what have you, right? Then he goes back in, and Issa's standing there looking heartbroken. And she tell him, what if I don't want to leave? And he like, huh? You know, she said, I was having a good time tonight. I was happy with you. And then he said, shit, I was happy with you too. So they ended up in bed together. You know, it's probably one of the more tasteful sex scenes that they've had on this show since the beginning. So they join forces with their bodies. Once again, it was a very loving, romantic moment between the two. He forgot all about Condola, because I know he didn't go nowhere else with Issa. After that, they was just in the bed because Issa woke up there. Now, Issa went to bed there in a red dress. She woke up, she had on a sweatshirt, she had jeans. Now, I know damn well, Lawrence didn't still have no more Issa stuff. They been separated their stuff. Remember when Issa had her own little crib? Where they been separated their own stuff. So I don't know how Issa had clothes there. Unless those was Condola's clothes. Was Issa wearing Condola's clothes home? Where'd she get the clothes? Because she had her dress in a bag. She put her dress in a Ziploc bag. And she decided to go home and walk on home from there. And Issa was walking forever. She went down the street, around the corner, up the hill. She went through Crenshaw, Slauson area. She went to, baby, she was walking her ass off. I was like, I thought she only lived a couple blocks from him. And, but it looks like that Issa and Lawrence may be rekindling things between them. Issa was happy. Lawrence seemed happy too. Who ain't gonna be happy is Condola. Because it seemed to me this whole time, Lawrence still was unsure if he really wanted to let Condola go. And if he's getting back in the situation with Issa, is Issa willing to just date him while he dating Condola too? Because again, he hasn't figured out what he wanted to do with Condola. And he still may be taking that job in San Francisco. So this may not be something long term. You know, like I said, I'm still one of the people that don't think they should get back together. It's nice that they had this moment. They needed this moment of closure, I believe. They needed to have this conversation. This is probably a conversation they should have had a long time ago, with the exception of the fact that they weren't mature enough to have this conversation a long time ago. They have both matured. They have both grown. But again, I still don't think that they should be together. I know people want it. They rooting for black love, and they could find black love with somebody else, you know. But the chapter in their life where they are still having misunderstanding about what happened between them, that has now been resolved. I just didn't reopening that can back up. I don't know. I don't know. I do know. I don't think it should happen. That's just me. But I know a lot of y'all think differently. So just leave your comments down in the comment section. This the recap. This the review. There was really nothing else going on but conversation. And if I would just talk about the conversation, I basically be just recapping the whole damn every dialogue, just because it was just conversation for the most part between them. Conversation and a lot of understanding, a lot of rekindling, closure, kind of, sort of, because they went right back into bed together. We'll see what happened. We still got a couple more episodes here. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for being here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace.